I got the text while I was sitting at my desk, my hands still shaking from the morning meeting. It was from my younger brother, Matt. Don't come to the BBQ. At first, I thought it was a joke. Matt had always loved teasing me, even in front of the family. But something about the way it was worded, cold final, made my stomach drop. I stared at my phone for a long minute, my heart hammering. A BBQ was just a BBQ. How could one simple text feel like a slap? I tried calling him, no answer. I tried Mom, nothing. I tried Dad, busy at work. I didn't want to go alone, but I had to know what was going on. I had spent the last year trying to mend fences, rebuild what our family had torn apart. And now this? When I walked up to the backyard that Saturday afternoon, everything looked normal. The smell of grilled meat, laughter, music, it was all there. And yet I could feel it. The tension, the whispering glances. Matt and his wife, Jessica, were standing near the grill. They didn't look at me. Not once. My chest tightened. I felt my palms go clammy. I tried a smile. Hey! I thought I'd join you guys. Matt's eyes flicked toward me, cold and unreadable. You didn't have to. Jessica laughed nervously, a little too loud. Yeah, we just, figured it'd be quieter this way. I nodded slowly, trying to act casual. But I felt like I was walking into a trap I didn't even know existed yet. I went over to the table, grabbing a plate. Every bite felt like sand in my throat. Every laugh around me sounded sharp, like knives. And then I saw it. A folder, thick and official-looking, sitting on the picnic table. It had my name on it, scrawled in Matt's handwriting. My heart lurched. I reached for it, but Jessica's hand shot out first. That's, You probably shouldn't see that, she said, her voice trembling just slightly. I froze. Why? What is it? Matt stepped closer, blocking my view. It's complicated. Not your business. My hands were shaking now. Something in my gut told me this wasn't just family drama. Something bigger was happening. Something calculated. I glanced around. No one else seemed to notice the tension. The underlying war simmering just beneath polite smiles and laughter. I wanted to pull the folder toward me, rip it open, find out the truth. But Matt's glare stopped me. Look, Hannah, just stay out of it, he said, his voice low, warning. I clenched my fists, fury and fear battling inside me. Stay out of it? After everything I've been through with this family? After all the times they've tried to control me, humiliate me? Stay out of it? Not this time. I forced myself to smile. Sure, I said, calm but icy. I'll stay out of it. For now. I moved to the side, watching, waiting, my mind racing. Something in Matt's posture, the way he kept glancing at me while pretending not to, told me that folder was dangerous. I didn't know why. I didn't know how, but I knew I couldn't ignore it. I thought about calling Dad, warning him, but then I remembered the last time. I tried to protect the family from Matt's schemes. He turned it against me. Everything I do seems to be twisted into a lie when they want it to be. And that's when I saw them. Not Matt, not Jessica, but someone else stepping into the backyard from the house. A figure I hadn't expected. It was my brother, the one I thought had nothing to do with this. And he was holding something that made my blood run cold. I didn't know if I should step forward. I didn't know if I should run. But before I could even breathe, he looked directly at me and said something that froze me in place. Thought you should see this first, he said. I realized then I had walked right into it. Right into whatever they had been planning for months. And the folder? That folder on the table wasn't just papers. It was the key to everything they thought they could keep from me. I reached out, my hands trembling. My heart was in my throat. And then Matt and Jessica stepped toward me, expressions cold, calculating, ready to corner me. I realized in that moment that I wasn't prepared for what was about to happen. The truth. The betrayal. The chaos. And I was about to find out. It was far worse than I could have imagined. I stared at the folder in my brother's hands, my fingers itching to grab it, but my body refused to move. Something in his expression told me this was bigger than just a simple family argument. He opened it slowly, almost theatrically, and I saw it, bank statements, emails, contracts, all lined up like evidence in a courtroom. And right there in black and white, Matt and Jessica had been siphoning money from the family business. Millions. My mind went numb. I could feel my chest tightening. All the subtle digs, the constant "I'm smarter than you" comments. The sneers, they weren't just arrogance. They were a cover. A shield for fraud. You've been stealing from Dad? I whispered, disbelief shaking my voice. Matt's face twisted into a fake smile. It's business. You wouldn't understand. Jessica tried to intervene, her voice trembling. Hannah, don't. But I wasn't listening anymore. All the anger, the humiliation, the years of being treated like an outsider erupted inside me like a volcano. I grabbed the folder from my brother's hands. He didn't resist. Maybe he realized I finally had the leverage. I flipped through it, my eyes scanning every page. Every lie Matt and Jessica had built was documented here. Every secret transfer, every falsified invoice. And then it hit me, the mid-twist. The brother I thought was neutral. He had been gathering this evidence for months. Watching, waiting, making sure I'd have the power to confront them. He had been silently on my side all along. I looked at him, stunned. You did this? He nodded. I couldn't let them destroy everything. And I couldn't do it without you seeing it first. My mind was spinning. I had a choice. Expose them immediately and risk a family war, or play it smarter. Let them hang themselves. I took a deep breath, forcing calm. All right, let's see how far this goes, I said quietly. Matt and Jessica stepped closer, thinking they could intimidate me, but now the power had shifted. I watched their expressions falter as I calmly laid out the evidence on the table. Do you know what this is? I asked, voice steady. Proof that every lie, every manipulation, every sneer, it's all on paper. Jessica's hands shook. Matt's face went pale. Hannah, this isn't how it looks. Isn't how it looks? I repeated, voice rising. You took from our family, from Dad, from me, thinking I'd never find out, thinking I'd always play the fool. Not anymore. I paused, letting my words sink in. Every single person around us was quiet now, watching, sensing the shift in power. And then came the final twist. I smiled just a little as I pulled out my phone. Oh, and one more thing. I didn't just find out by chance. I hit send. Within minutes, Dad and Mom were rushing into the backyard, faces pale and shocked. What's going on? Dad demanded. I looked at Matt and Jessica. Everything, all of it. And thanks to my brother here, we have proof. You want to explain this? Matt's mouth opened, closed, opened again. No words came out. Jessica sank to the ground, head in her hands. I felt a strange calm wash over me. For the first time in years, I wasn't the powerless one. The sister who had been dismissed, sneered at, ignored. I had the control. Dad's face was a mixture of anger, disbelief, and relief. Hannah, I had no idea. I shook my head slowly. You didn't, and now you do. And trust me, this family is about to change, starting with honesty, starting with accountability. I took a deep breath and stepped back, letting them stew in the mess they had created for themselves. It wasn't about revenge for the sake of anger. It was about justice, about making sure no one else could manipulate or destroy our family the way Matt and Jessica had tried to destroy me. As they sat there, humbled, defeated, I realized something. The truth has a weight, and sometimes it needs to hit hard to be seen. I looked at my brother, the one who had silently helped me, and nodded. No words were necessary. He knew this wasn't just about exposing them. It was about reclaiming our family and my dignity. And in that moment, I understood an emotional truth. You can survive betrayal, humiliation, and lies. But you can only truly rise when you claim your power, calmly, deliberately, and without letting anger control you. I smiled softly, a mixture of relief and triumph. I guess the family BBQ just got a little more interesting, I said, almost to myself. And just like that, everything changed. If you've ever been underestimated or betrayed by someone you trusted, remember this: your strength is in how you respond. Follow for more real stories that reveal the shocking truths families hide.